Hello students, welcome to 10th Maths online classes. In our previous videos, we were learning about surface area and volume of combination of different solids. Now today's topic is conversion of solid from one shape to the another. So let's start. Now the meaning of our topic is that we will be given a solid and we will convert it into another shape. It means that suppose you have a spherical bowl and you melted it and turned it into a cuboid. Okay, the questions will be like this, that one shape will be given to you and you will change its shape into some another shape. Okay, it can be sphere into cuboid or sphere into a conical shape, or any shape can be converted into the other one. Okay, so this is the topic in which we are going to do the questions related to it, that is changing the shape of one solid into the another. And think about it, we are melting it and making another solid. What will be equal? The answer is volume. Okay, in these questions we will put volume of one solid equal to the volume of the another solid. Then we will solve the question. In every question it will be like this, volume of sphere will be equal to volume of cuboid, because after melting and making another thing, the one thing remains same, that is the space occupied by them, or you can say the capacity of that. Suppose I have a cylindrical beaker and it is filled with water. Now I am putting all that water into some another vessel that is in the conical shape. Okay, so what will be equal? Their capacity will be equal because the volume of water will remain same in both the vessels. Okay, so I am saying that the volume of one shape will be equal to the volume of the other shape. Okay, so this is the first example in which we melt a solid into the another one. The second example which I gave is a cylindrical beaker filled with water, and I am pouring all this water into some another vessel which is conical in shape. I am putting all this water in this and the cone is also filled completely. Now what is equal? Their capacity is equal. And what is capacity? It is the volume. In the first case, what is equal? The space occupied by them is equal. So this is also again the question of the volume of two solids equal to each other. So now let's do some examples to understand this topic. The question number 1 says, a metallic sphere of radius 4.2 cm is melted and recast into the shape of a cylinder of radius 6 cm. Find the height of the cylinder. Now this is the question of conversion of one solid into the another solid. That is, first it was a spherical bowl of radius 4.2 centimeter. Okay, now it is melted and recast into another shape, that is cylinder. The radius of the cylinder is given as 6 centimeter and we need to find the height of this cylinder. So this is the question of conversion, that is a spherical bowl is converted into a cylinder. So what will be equal? Their volume will be equal. There are two radii, so we will name them differently. Let capital R be 4.2 centimeter and small r will be 6 centimeter, and height we need to find. So according to the question, what is equal? Volume of sphere is equals to volume of cylinder. Right? This is the equation in this question. So I need to put the formulas for both the figures. Now what is the formula for volume of sphere? This is 4 upon 3 pi r cube. I am writing capital R because capital R is the radius of the sphere. Okay. And what is the volume of cylinder? Pi r square h. Now in these questions, generally the value of pi will eliminate from both the sides, because in most of the question the formulas will be of cone, sphere, hemisphere or cylinder. So in that case you will have pi on both the sides, so pi will be eliminated from both the sides. But in the case of cube and cuboid, the value of pi need to be put. Okay, so here I can cut this pi and pi. Now I am putting all the values. Radius is my 4.2 into 4.2, and this is my 6 into 6 into 8, and I need to find the value of height, so I will take these 6 on this side. So this will be 4 upon 3, 42 upon 10, 42 upon 10, and they will come in the denominator. So 1 upon 6 into 6. So this will be the value of my height. So now let's calculate it. First of all, 6 and 42, this will be at 7, 7, and 3 and 42 will be at 14. Okay, I'm not eliminating these 10 because then I will get 5 in the denominator and I need to divide it. Here I can simply put the decimal. So now let's calculate it. 7 into 7, that is 49. And 14 into 4, this is my 56. So I need to multiply it. This is my 2744. So my height will be 2744, and since I have 3 zeros in the denominator, it will be 2.744 centimeter. This will be the height of the cylinder. Okay, this was the question of conversion in which a sphere was converted into this cylinder, and the cylinder's height I need to find. So I just put their volume equal to each other and found the value of height. Now coming to the second question. A 20-meter deep well with diameter 7 meter is dug and earth from digging is spread to form the platform 22 meter by 14 meter. Find the height of the platform. Now look at the question. A 20-meter deep well. Now what is the shape of this well? Obviously the well is in the shape of the cylinder. Okay, so a cylindrical well is dug, that is we are digging all the sand inside of it and putting it into another shape, that is the shape is platform 22 meter by 14 meter. Okay, and we need to find the height of platform. So by looking at the dimensions given, you can see that that platform is in the shape of a cuboid. Okay, so this is my cuboid. So by looking at the question, you can see that a cylindrical shape is converted into a cuboid. So again, this is the question of conversion, changing the shape. Firstly, the sand was in the shape of the cylinder, and then all the sand is taken out and it is spreaded in the form of a platform that is cuboidal in shape. So I need to find the height of this platform when the length and breadth are given as 22 meter and 14 meter, and this height we need to find. Now what is the radius of this cylinder? The radius is 7 upon 2 because 7 is diameter here. So radius will be 7 upon 2. And look at the height, 20 meter deep, and deep or depth words are used for height. So this is my 20 meters, and since there are two heights in the question, we will take it as capital H. Okay. So according to the question, what will be the formula? Volume of cuboid will be equal to volume of cylinder. Okay. Now what is the volume of cuboid? L into B into H. And this will be my pi r square H. Okay. Here it is small h and here it is capital H. Now putting all the values, 22 into 14 into h equals to 22 upon 7, 7 upon 2, 7 upon 2 into 20. So now I can cut this 7 and 7, this 2 and 20, 2 and this 11. Now I can take 22 and 14 on the other side. H will be 11 into 7 into 10 upon 22 into 14. Okay, so 11 and 22 at 2, this 7 and 14 at 2. Again 2 at 10 at 5. So my height is 5 upon 2 meters. That is 2.5 meters. Okay, this was again a very simple question in which the cylinder is changed into a cuboid and I need to find the height of the cuboid. In this question, they can also give you the height of the platform and will ask for anything else such as what is the height of the cylinder or what is the radius of the cylinder. They can ask anything in the question, but you need to remember that this is the question of conversion, so volume will be equal and you need to remember the formulas of the volume of all the solids. Now coming to the very important question of this exercise, this is question number 5. It says a container shaped like cylinder having diameter 12 cm and height 15 cm is full of ice cream. Now ice cream is to be filled in cones of height 12 cm and diameter 6 cm having hemispherical shape on the top. Find the number of cones. Now look at the question. A container shaped like cylinder. We have a container which is shaped like cylinder. The diameter is 12 cm, which means radius is 6 cm and height is 15 centimeters. Now the ice cream is taken out of this cylindrical container and put in the conical shaped ice cream cones in such a way that it also has a hemispherical shape on the top. Okay, you can see that this is the actual shape of the ice cream you eat. Okay, there is a cone and it is filled with ice cream and it has a hemispherical top on it also. Now the height is given as 12 centimeter and radius is 3 centimeter because this 6 is the diameter. Now we need to find the number of cones. It means that this container has lot of ice cream and I need to put this ice cream into many cones so that this container is completely empty. Okay, so that means I have a lot of ice cream cones and I need to fill them with the ice cream. Okay, so it's asking that how many cones will be filled with this ice cream such that the container is completely empty. So let that number of cones be x. Okay, suppose that the number of cones be x. Now what will be equal? The volume of this cylinder will be equal to the volume of all these cones, right? This is filled in these small cones, so their volume will be equal. And how many cones are there? There are x cones. So what will be the equation? X into volume of ice cream cones and it will be equals to volume of cylinder, right? This is the volume of just one ice cream cone. Okay, when we find this will be the volume of one ice cream cone. And I need to find the volume of all the ice cream cones. So I multiplied it by x. Also, their volume will be equal to volume of this cylinder. So I put them equal. Now again, what is the volume of this ice cream cone? What will be the volume? You can see that the ice cream is in this shape. And from the second exercise, we know that how to find the volume of the combination of solid. Since the hemisphere is on the top, that is outer part, So the volume of two figures will be added. Okay. This question is the combination of the third exercise and the second exercise. It has the volume of combination of solid here. So how to find its volume? It will be x into volume of cone plus volume of hemisphere, and it will be equal to volume of cylinder. Okay. Now let's put the formulas. This is x, which I need to find. Volume of cone is 1 upon 3 pi r square h plus volume of hemisphere 2 upon 3 pi r cube, and this is pi r square h. Okay. I have put different terms for small r, small h, capital H, because their radius and height are different. But the radius of cone and the hemisphere will be same. You can see that their radius is same. So now let's put the values in the question. First of all, I can take pi common. So this is my pi. 1 upon 3. The radius of cone is 3. Height is 12. So its radius is also 3. And the radius of cylinder is 6. And height of cylinder is given to be 15. Okay, so I need to solve this and find the value of x. First of all, this pi will be eliminated from here. Then this 3 and 3, 3 and 3. So what will it be? It will be 36 plus 18 equals to 6 into 6 into 15. I am not multiplying it. Okay, because it will be eliminated soon. This is my 36 plus 18. 54. So x is equals to 54. So now let's cut them. This is at 9. Then this is at 2 and 3. Then 3 and 15 at 5. X will be equals to 10. This means that 10 ice cream cones can be filled with the container of ice cream. So this was the question in which I need to find the value of number of cones which can be filled. Now coming to the next question. Water in a canal 6 meter wide and 1.5 meter deep is flowing with the speed of 10 km per hour. How much area will it irrigate in 30 minutes if 8 centimeter of standing water is needed? Now this question is little complicated. It says a water in a canal 6 meter wide, 1.5 meter deep is flowing with the speed of 10 km per hour. In these kind of question, we always take the shape of this canal or river which is flowing at some speed as the cuboid. Okay? Whenever there is a question of a river or a canal, we will take it as the cuboid. Okay? This is a canal and it is 1.5 meter deep. Width is, that is this portion is my 6 meter, and the speed, that is we are going to take it as length. Okay, so my height is 1.5 meter, width is 6 meter, and the length is 10 kilometer per hour. Okay, this is the thing you need to remember, that we will take it as cuboid and length will be its speed. Okay, because this is the length which it will take by flowing in this speed. Okay, so this is the length. First of all, this is in kilometers, so I need to change it in meters because other two dimensions are in meters. So how to change it into meters? We will multiply it by 1000. So this is my 10,000 meter per R. Okay, this is the length in meter per hour. Now it says how much area will it irrigate in 30 minutes if 8 centimeter of standing water is needed. It says that there is a farm, okay, there is a farm which is again in the shape of the cuboid. Why is it in shape of cuboid? First of all, it says how much area will it irrigate in 30 minutes if 8 centimeter of standing water is needed. That means that when I am putting the water into this field or in this farm, the water is not automatically absorbed by the soil. There is some water which is leaving behind and it is up to 8 centimeter of standing water. That is, the water is up to this height which is standing in the cuboid. Okay, it is not completely absorbed by the soil. 8 centimeter of height of water is still remaining in the field. So, height of the water standing is given as my 8 centimeters. And I need to find the area will it irrigate. Now, what is the area which it will irrigate? Area will be the area of the base because it's irrigating the land, okay, and land is this base of this cuboid. Now, what is the area of the base? This is length into breadth. Okay, let's take them different because LBH are already taken, so I am taking them capital L and capital B. So I need to find the area it will irrigate. It's not asking about the length or the breadth, it's directly asking about the area, and area will be L into B. Now the volume of this canal will be equal to volume of this field because the same water is taken from this portion to this portion, so their volume will be equal. Okay, so volume of canal will be equal to volume of field. This is the question. Okay, but this question has one more thing in this. This is 30 minutes. We will come to that 30 minutes later. Okay, now what is the volume of canal? L into B into H. So 1.5 into 6 into 10,000, and this is L into B into H, right? But look at the question, this is 8 centimeters and these all are in meters. So first of all, we will change the height 8 centimeter into meters, that is 0.08 meters, okay, dividing it by 100. So this is my 8 upon 100 and I need to find this L into B. So let's find it. This is my 1.5 into 6 into 10,000 upon 8 into 100 equals to L into B. Okay, this 100 will go in the multiplication and this 8 will come in the denominator. Now removing this decimal, I will get a 10. Okay, so this is my L into B. 15 into 3 into 25, 100 into 10 equals to L into B. Okay, now let's solve it. This is my 3 into 15, that is 45, and 45 into 25. Okay, 3 into 15, 45 and 25, and these 3 zeros I will put later. Okay, this is 0, 0, 0 and we will multiply. This is my 1125,000. This is the area. This is my meter square per hour L into B. Okay, this I need to find. This is L into B. This is in meter square because this is area, and this is per hour because the length of the canal was in meter per hour. So this is meter square per hour. But there is one more thing in the question, that is 30 minutes. I need to find the area which will be irrigated in 30 minutes. And this is the area which is irrigated in an hour. That means in 60 minutes. Okay, so I can write that in 60 minutes, area irrigated is equals to 1125,000 meter square. I am using the unitary method here. In 60 minutes, that is in an hour, area irrigated is this meter square. So in 1 minute, how much area will be irrigated? 1125,000 divided by 60. And now in 30 minutes, how much area will be irrigated? This is into 30. Okay, this is the unitary method. First, for 60 minutes, it's this much. Then for 1, I will take 60 in the denominator. And for 30 minutes, I will multiply it by 30. So this is 30 and 60 at 2. And cutting this at 2, I will get 5, 6, 2, 500 meter square. Okay, this is 562,500 meter square, and this will be my answer. This is the area which will be irrigated in 30 minutes such that 8 centimeter of standing water is needed. Okay, so area is 562,500 meter square. Now coming to the last question of this exercise. Again, this is a very important question and it is quite similar to the previous one. It says, a farmer connects a pipe of diameter 20 centimeter from the canal into a cylindrical tank which is 10 meter in diameter and 2 meter deep. If water flows through pipe at the rate of 3 km per hour, in how much time will the tank be filled? Now look at the question. Suppose there is a canal, okay, and from the canal a farmer has connected a cylindrical pipe, okay. He has connected a pipe and pipe is in the shape of a cylinder, okay. There is a cylindrical pipe connected with the canal such that it opens into again a cylindrical tank and it is filling this tank. Okay, there is a canal, a pipe is attached to it and from this pipe water is flowing and it's filling the another cylindrical tank. Now what is given? A farmer connects a pipe of diameter 20 centimeter, that means the radius is 10 centimeters. Okay, suppose this is small r equals to 10 centimeter. Then it says into a cylindrical tank which is 10 meter in diameter. So the radius of this tank is 5 meters. Because diameter is 10 meters, so this will be 5 meters. And it's 2 meter deep. That means the height is 2 meters. If water flows through the pipe at the rate of 3 km per hour, I have told you in the previous question that whenever the speed is given, it is the length. In that question, it was length of the canal, but in this question, it is the length of the pipe because the water is flowing through the pipe at this rate. In that question, the water was flowing in the canal at that rate, here in the pipe. So this is the length of the pipe. And pipe is in the form of cylinder. So what will be its length? That is, it is its height. Okay, this is cylindrical in shape. So this is its height. So height is 3 km per hour. In how much time will tank be filled? Okay, first of all, look at the question. Everything is in different units. It's in kilometer, it's in centimeters, they are in meters. So let's change them into only one unit and let it be meters. Okay. Since two things are in meters, so I am changing both of them into meters. This is my small r, this is small h, this is my capital H and this is my capital R. Okay. So R is 10 centimeter, which means 10 upon 100 meters. Okay, this is 1 upon 10 meters. H is 3 kilometer per hour. So this is my 3 into 1000, 3000 meter per hour. And capital R is 5 meters and capital H is 2 meters. Again, their volume will be same because from one the water is taken and it is put into the another one. Okay. Now in this question, we need to find that in how much time will the tank be filled. So let's suppose the time is T. Let time be T minutes. Okay, you can also find it into hours. I am finding it in minutes. Let time be T minutes. Now what is the volume of the pipe? Volume of pipe is pi r square h. Okay, so this is pi. I am not putting the value of pi because later the pi will be eliminated with the volume of this one. So I am not putting the value of pi. Radius is 1 upon 10, 1 upon 10, and my height is 3000 meter per hour. So this is my 30 pi meter cube per hour. Okay, but I am taking the time in minutes, so I need to change it into minutes. Okay, I am changing it into minutes because I have taken time in minutes. You can also take time in hours, so then I will leave it like here. Okay, so what will be in minutes? This will be 30 pi upon 60 meter cube per minute. Okay, to change R into minutes, I will divide it by 60. So this is pi upon 2 meter cube per minute. Okay, so this is the volume of pipe which will be flowing in this pipe in 1 minute. And how much time it has taken? It has taken T minutes. So volume of pipe flowing in 1 minute is pi upon 2 meter cube. So what will be the volume of pipe flowing in T minutes? This will be pi by 2 into T meter cube. Okay, this question is little complicated. Try to understand it. First, we have changed everything into meters, and I am supposing that the time taken by the pipe to completely fill this tank is T minutes. So first of all, I found the volume of pipe in 1 minute. In 1 minute, how much volume the pipe will be flowing? It will be flowing pi upon 2 meter cube. Now in T minutes, because the question is of T minutes, it will flow water pi by 2 into T meter cube. Now I need to find the value of T. And you can see that the volume of water flowing in the pipe in T minutes will be equal to the volume of the container, because in T minutes the container will be completely filled. So the volume in T minutes for this container will be equal to volume which is flowing in this pipe in T minutes. Okay, so according to the question, pi by 2 into T will be equal to pi r square h, that is volume of the larger cylinder, that is volume of the tank. Okay, the volume of the water flowing through the pipe in T minutes will be equal to the volume of this container, because in T minutes the container is completely filled. Okay, so now let's put the value. First of all, I can put this pi and pi. T upon 2 will be equal to 5 into 5 into 2. So T will be 50 into 2, that is 100 minutes. Okay, so this will be my answer. That is in 100 minutes the tank will be completely filled by this pipe. Okay, so these were the question of this exercise. So this is where our chapter 13 ends. In this chapter we learned about the surface area and volume of combination of different solids, and in the third exercise we learned about conversion of one solid to the another solid. So I hope you understand this chapter. Keep practicing and think.